and welcome to the lecture on PairGrids. In this lecture, we'll go over PairGrids. As usual, we start by importing the libraries and modules that we need. Import NumPy, Pandas, Seaborn, and Matplotlib's PyPlot. And we have this special function to see our graphs in our Jupyter notebook. PairGrids are very similar to pair plots that we have seen before. You'll see how. The only difference is when we use PairGrid, we'll be mapping the PairGrid function to another function, maybe in the Matplotlib's functions or in Seaborn's function. Okay, you'll see how they are very similar. For this lecture, we'll look at the iris dataset. So we'll start by loading the iris dataset and saving it in a variable called iris. So sns.load dataset, we'll be using the iris dataset. Okay, the next thing we'll do is we'll call Seaborn's pairplot method, PairGrid method. So sns.pairgrid, and then we'll pass the iris dataset. We'll be using the iris dataset. And let's save this in a variable called x. The next thing we'll do is we'll be mapping our PairGrid object to, let's say, Matplotlib's scatter function. So we'll map it to plt.scatter. Let me run this and show you what it looks like. It might take a few seconds. So here we have our PairGrid. If you remember from the pairplot lecture, it looks very similar, right? The only difference is in pairplots, these diagonals are histograms, but here everything is scatter. Let me zoom out. So here we have sepal length, sepal width, petal length, and petal width, and same thing for the columns here. So we can see some correlation between these different variables. For instance, if we take petal length and petal width, so we can see some correlation between those two. There's a positive correlation, a strong correlation. And same thing here for petal width and petal length. That's the same thing. Another thing we can do is change this diagonal graphs to some other graphs. For instance, instead of a scatter plot, we can change it to a histogram. For that, we'll need to call a function known as mapDiagonal. Okay, by calling that function, we can change these diagonal graphs. Let's see an example of that. So we have sns.pairgrid. We'll be using the iris dataset. So we'll pass iris, and then let's map it next. So the function we call is the mapDiagonal function. So map_diagonal, and we'll call Matplotlib's hist function. So when we change the diagonals, there is one other thing that we need to change. Before I show you that, let's see what it looks like if I call our function now. If I run this, let me not parry, this is pair. Let me run it again. So it will take a few seconds. So notice here, our diagonal has changed, right? From a scatter plot, now we have a histogram. But something is missing. How about the rest of the plots? Where did it go? So when we call this mapDiagonal function, we also need to call another function known as mapOfDiagonal. By calling this function, we'll be able to display the remaining graphs. Let's do that. So x is equal to x dot map of diagonal. We'll need to call this function, and this function will display whatever we pass as an attribute, right? For instance, if I want to display scatter plots, we simply call Matplotlib scatter. That way the rest of the grids will be filled with scatter plots. So if I run this again, now we have scatter plots and our diagonal is a histogram. Another thing we can do is we can pass a hue attribute, and that will allow us to see different hues. In this case, we can pass hue as species. That way we'll have all the 3 different species of iris. Let's look at an example. I'll copy that, paste it here, and let's pass the hue attribute in our PairGrid. So we'll set the hue to species. Okay, let me run this and show you what the result is. Again, there will also be one thing missing. I want to run it first. Okay, so now we have 3 different colors. Since we added hue as species, we have 3 different colors. We know each color corresponds to each iris species, but one thing is missing, right? Where is the legend for our hue? A legend is missing. So what we'll do next is call a function known as the add legend function, and that function will display our legends. So let's set x is equal to x dot add legend, add underscore legend, right? So if we run this again, now we'll be able to see the legend for our graph. So here we have legend, species, blue is setosa, versicolor, virginica, and we have our iris species, PairGrid. This looks much nicer. Let's see some other attributes that we can add. Let's start with the palette attribute. So if we want to change the palette of our PairGrid, we can simply pass the palette attribute and pass any palette that we want. Let's try cool warm, run it. So this is what cool warm looks like, and you can change this to some other palettes. I'll leave some values for you to play around. So you can change it to HUSL or Winter R, or I think there is one called RDBU. So you can change it to different values and see what it looks like. Okay. And another thing we can do is we can change the way the histogram is displayed. There's one attribute known as the hist type attribute. So you can pass that attribute and change the way the histogram is displayed. Let me copy this and show you an example. Let me copy it, paste it here. So under our map diagonal function, we have plt.hist, and then we'll pass another attribute known as hist type, and one hist type is called step. So we'll change it to step, and let's change this color to autumn, and our hist type is step. Let's run it and see what it looks like. So this is a step hist type, and the color is not very great. Let me change it to RDBU, run it again. Again, not so great color. Let's change it to HUSL. Not so great either. I just wanted to show you the color of the histograms. So let me remove the palette attribute and let's use the default color or palette. Okay, I guess it's the same, but I just wanted to show you that this is a step histogram, and we have our legend here. Blue is for setosa, we have red for virginica and versicolor. This is a different hist type known as step, and we can pass additional attributes to our histogram. One such attribute is known as the line width. You can change the line width to a different width. Let's try 4. Okay, much nicer, right? Okay, I guess the problem was not with the palette attribute. So adjusting the line width solved the visibility problem. So let's change this back to RDBU and run it one more time. So you can pass one or more of these attributes to adjust the styling of your pair grids.